Good evening, YouTube. Okay, today we're going to do a review on one of my deer rifles that I've had a request on. If you cannot tell, this is, right there you go, should be a good giveaway. This is my Ruger M77. Look at that little baby. She is a Ruger M77 44. Don't mind any of the bed sheets or the mattress. Bed sheets are in the dryer right now, so this is what I got to work with till my bipod comes in. We're going to do a little review on this firearm right here. I've had a couple people ask about it. Right there you go. Ruger 7744, chambered in Remington 44 Magnum. This is an awesome gun. I bought this gun with low expectations. This gun actually exceeded all of my expectations that I had for it. I've actually done a lot of firing with this gun. I haven't done any deer hunting with it yet. I bought it after deer season, but I have done some hunting with it. So we'll just go into a little bit about it. Like I said, this is Ruger M77 44, chambered in 44 Magnum. As you can see, we'll get into the ammo here in a little bit. Nothing that I've changed about this gun other than the trigger. The shear spring has the Timothy trigger kit in it, which is the 1.5 pound trigger. I did notice a good bit between the stock and the Timothy trigger. A lot of people actually laugh about this, but I have the Crosman 39x40 on it. Don't laugh at it until you actually have a scope on it. This scope actually works very well on this gun. I have this gun sighted in at 100 yards and it will cut holes. I did a video on my Ruger M77 338, and during that video I said that gun was no longer good for a deer driving rifle. That's where this gun comes in. This gun is my new deer driving rifle. Get into the ammo a little bit. I shoot 240 grain hollow point Federals. There you go. Maybe not. There, you get the idea. All right. These things are deadly as all hell. I've shot a fox with these at about 75 yards. It put one hell of a hole in them. I also know that this is overkill for any of you PETA fans out there, but I did, right after I bought this firearm, I did shoot a squirrel with it, see what it would do. This is the first 44 Magnum I've ever owned. I've never owned a 44 Magnum in a handgun or a rifle before this gun. This gun I shot a squirrel with at about 25 yards, and it absolutely destroyed it, which you would imagine. That's a hell of a round, be going through a small game. I absolutely love this firearm. The only thing that I do not like about it is the synthetic stock, and that is stainless. But the stainless I can get over. Once I get a walnut stock for it, I think I'll be very happy with this gun. Looks wise, I do have this gun, like I said, sighted in at 100 yards. There's nothing special about it at all. Just like, well, I actually have not done a review on my 7722 or my 7717 yet. But here is a little bit different about the other 77s. The release the bolt. obviously cock it. You see that button right there in the back of the bolt? You push that down, grab a hold of the bolt. I know I'm doing this with one hand. Alright, you grab a hold of the bolt while that button was pushed down, and it will come straight out. Okay? It's a little bit different than like your Mark IIs or your Hawkeyes. Alright? Okay, we're back. I had a little malfunction there. I forgot to have the safety cocked halfway to get the bolt back in. Like I was saying, I have done a lot of shooting with this rifle. I have about 400 rounds through it now. Most of it is all target shooting. Like I said, I haven't had it long enough to hunt deer with it yet. Get back to the scope. It is a Crossman. It's a little cheap ass scope I've had laying around in the gun cabinet for a long time. I was going to put a Leopold. I kind of was thinking about a Redfield Revenge. I might still do that, but right now this scope actually works very, very, very well on it. It's got very fine crosshairs with the mill dots in it, which works very well for what I want it for. I did like it with the open sights. As you can see, maybe my scope just barely touches the rear sight on this gun. I mean, it is just barely. The open sights, I did like them up to about 50 yards, which is absolutely fine to drive deer with. I probably should just have it with the open sights to drive deer. But a lot of times when we do drive deer, we're shooting more than 50 yards. That's why I have it sighted in up to 100. That way, in case I absolutely need it. Mine is the stainless steel. Mine's the new version right before Ruger decided that they were not going to make the M77 44 or the 22 or the 17 anymore. So you cannot get these rifles anymore. Ruger does not make them. That is about it on this rifle. I will do some shooting videos with this rifle. I would like to have another one just to throw in the truck as a truck rifle. That's how much this gun has impressed me. For a handgun load, this gun really, really, really impressed me. For anybody that doesn't own one of these that is interested in it, the magazine here, it does hold 4 rounds. It holds 4 rounds in the magazine, and it holds 1 in the chamber, which gives you 5 rounds. The one thing that I did notice when I bought this rifle, right after I bought it, the magazine is kind of hard to get in. I think that's just because everything is still tight, and it is plastic, which is not a big deal. It kind of is to me, but it's not a big deal. It does have a very, very nice butt pad on it. It's pretty cushiony. It's hard enough to where it actually will seat on your shoulder, but it's not squishy enough to where it's irritating and it grabs on the bottom and starts pulling apart from the stock. I absolutely hate that with Savage. Other than that, that is about all we have for this rifle. If you have any questions at all, comment below. As most of y'all still know, I'm pretty new to YouTube. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Tell me if my information is any good or not, if it's shit, if I need to stop, anything like that. That is about it. Thank you. Have a good night.